My name is Holford, and this is my grade level. This is my improvement proposal. There is an attendance challenge at Cranbrook Elementary. The attendance challenge includes inconsistent entering attendance notes, submitting intervention logs, and following up with families, and communicating with attendance teams, resulting in limited progress, and it impacts English language learners and exceptional education students who require sustained and reliable support. So hopefully my plan will help lessen these gaps. So there is a problem statement. There is an inconsistent attendance implementation entering student information and attendance from grades kindergarten through 5th grade. With that, there is missed early intervention. So English language learners, they have a lot of missed days, which reduces daily exposure to English, slowing language acquisition and proficiency and growth. They miss essential time for phonics, math, and oral language development, causing the gap widening over time within all grade levels. User-centered perspective, who is most effective? Teachers face uneven burdens. We get a lot of stuff on our plates. To stop instruction, take attendance, call families. Families are also receiving inconsistent communication. So they already face barriers with language and learning needs. They may have socioeconomic factors that affect students coming to school. Also, the school-wide outcomes are weakened. So with that, students all across grade levels are affected with unreliable documentation, inconsistent escalation. It just affects teachers, families, and school, and the entire school. There is, with chronic absences, it affects accountability data, the school climate, and classroom routines, peer relationships, and a collective commitment to student learning. So everyone is affected when students are late due to inconsistency. Collaborative data reveals inconsistencies with the intervention. Talking through teams with data, we need to strengthen accountability to work towards more consistent, equitable practices, entering students when they arrive on time, why talk to them, asking them why they're late, reaching out to parents, entering that data in as soon as they walk through the door, greeting the students. That's how we can, make a shift towards moving forward. This is voices, so get family perspectives, real causes, understanding, what's going on at home, talking to students, making sure that they know that we value their presence and participation in the class. Represented in my project are teachers, administrators, students, school counselors, and social workers, parents, and families. They're all stakeholders. Every voice matters, especially when coming together to tackle a problem. We can create a more holistic, equitable, and actionable plan, allowing every child to have an equal opportunity to succeed. The data showing variation in performance. It is important to recognize that the problem extends beyond student behavior, not showing up late. The problems exist with inconsistent adult practices. So making sure that the data is inputted daily, documented, and followed up on, reaching out to parents, talking to students. So some teams follow attendance protocol with fidelity and some do not. So this is why we have my improvement plan in place to make sure that teachers are, inputting information with fidelity and communicating with fidelity with students and faculty and parents. Gaps are most evident in kindergarten through second grade, where both foundational literacy and numeracy skills, and which are critical. And the largest groups that are affected are exceptional education and English language learners. So we can assist with improving absences and tardies of these students by just communicating and practicing fidelity with our protocol. Of this project includes adult implementation, again, making sure that the attendance protocols are followed, not addressing external barriers such as when discussing stuff with parents, how is their transportation and their health. Also, we're not here to reinvent the wheel. We're not redesigning the entire MTSS framework. We just need to do it with fidelity. The goal is to strengthen accountability, documentation, and communication among teachers, staff, everyone, every stakeholder. Specific change to implement and who will be involved. It's a school-wide implementation where we have accountability system for attendance interventions, beginning with training all staff with infinite campus and intervention log. Align documentation throughout all grade levels, involve all, which includes teachers, administrators, counselors, families, to review data and discuss how we can help their student come to school on time. This is actually one of my favorite topics to change. If not now, then when? So this improvement will happen because consistency creates equity. When attendance processes are implemented unevenly, students in some classrooms receive early interventions while others do not. So establishing clear expectations, aligned communication tools, and consistent monitoring, we create reliable structure where every student's attendance is tracked and supported proactively. So the systems that we need to implement is making sure that teachers know how to use Infinite Campus and the counselor outreach form effectively. So we build progress checks led by administrators and grade level chairs such as myself, just checking in with families and have a family partnership to strengthen communication. Using all these tools will help us, see our students thrive and have a school culture that students want to come to school and families want to send their students to school. Implementation plan, phase 1 preparation, phase 2 implementation, and phase 3 monitoring and reflection. Phase 1, so we review attendance data and identify trends, conduct professional learning for all staff on documentation and communication protocols. In phase 2, implementation, launch consistent attendance documentation process school-wide from kindergarten through 5th grade. Grade level chair monitoring and administrators conducting checks with fidelity. Phase 3, monitoring reflection, making sure that the data is reviewed, share progress updates with staff and family, and adjust protocol based on feedback, talking to everyone involved. This rollout and change take place in intentional phases. So I feel that it can be done and succeed. There are anticipated barriers and we can address them. The barriers may include, again, pushback, resistance for accountability, inconsistent documentation, again, Limited time. We never have enough time, and communication gaps. The solutions are providing clear tools and offering coaching, giving us that time so we're able to, you know, get this information in, because time is always of the essence when in school. Early signals that the change is working. So as we observe positive change in staff mindset, um, things and systems become more clear, and teachers are able to express themselves with confidence and less frustration. And administrators and grade level chairs will notice stronger collaboration and accountability towards staff. And there will be fewer late students, fewer tardies throughout grade levels. So that's how we know that the change is working, and my plan was successful. Takeaway is doing things with fidelity and also accountability. Every person must take accountability in the process. So I just want to say thank you for listening to my presentation. It was definitely challenging experience condensing information, but I enjoyed it, and thank you.